Sawa. Yes.
When that young man reached the president in Kilifi, most Kenyans asked the same question. Where were the bodyguards? And honestly, that's the wrong question. Not because bodyguards don't matter, but because by the time someone is close enough to touch the president, the system has already failed. Presidential security is not one person standing next to the president. It is a system, multiple layers, each one designed to stop a threat before it even reaches the next. And today, we are going inside that system. Let's start with the person most Kenyans have already seen. The military officer always standing directly behind the president. Most people assume he's the chief bodyguard, the man whose job is to take a bullet. He's not. That officer is the ADC, aide de camp, a senior military officer. And his job is not primarily protection. He's a military assistant to the president, a protocol officer. He's the one who coordinates movements, handles military ceremonies, and carries important documents to the president. He also serves as the direct link between the president and the military. He's always nearby because he's always needed, not because he's the last line of defense. His presence also carries a symbolic message. It reminds everyone in the room and everyone watching that the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So if the ADC isn't the main protector, who is? Here is something most people never think about. By the time the president walks into any venue, a team has already been there. The advance team arrives hours, sometimes days before the presidential visit. Their job is to eliminate surprises. They inspect every entry and exit point. They identify weaknesses in the venue, plan evacuation routes, coordinate with nearby hospitals in case of a medical emergency, and they secure rooftops and elevated positions. Most important of all, they decide exactly where every security officer will stand. Think of it this way. The advance team's job is to make sure nothing unexpected happens. If something unexpected still happens after they've been there, that's already a failure. But even before the advance team moves, another group has been working. The one we'll never see at the event. The intelligence officers. Their work begins long before any venue is inspected. They monitor threats, track suspicious individuals, analyze information from multiple agencies, and they give the rest of the security system its early warning. In an ideal system, a threat is identified before it even leaves the house. On the day of the event, the layers become visible. The outermost layer is the perimeter security. These officers manage crowds, control access points, and create an invisible boundary around the president. They are the first physical barrier between the public and the presidency. If someone breaks through here, every layer inside is now under pressure. That's exactly what happened in Kilifi. One breach at the perimeter shifted the entire weight of security onto the officers standing closest to the president. Those officers, the close protection unit, are what most people picture when they think of the presidential bodyguards. Suits, earpieces, eyes scanning the crowd. They are trained to shield, evacuate, and physically stop threat within seconds. But here is the thing most people get wrong. These officers are actually the last line of defense, not the first. They are the final barrier after the intelligence, the advanced team, and the perimeter has already done their work. Behind all of this are teams most Kenyans will never notice. Tactical response units, heavily armed, positioned out of public view. Their role is not crowd control. It's armed response to serious threats, counter-sniper protection, emergency extraction, and if need be, counter-assault operations. And then there is the motorcade, the outriders, the chase vehicles, the convoy drivers. People joke about them online, but they exist for one reason: to keep the president moving if everything else breaks down. So when you watch the footage from Kilifi again, and you ask yourself how it happened, the answer isn't one officer who looked away. It is a chain: intelligence, advanced team, perimeter security, close protection, tactical, every link connected to the next. And every chain is only as strong as its weakest link. That young man in Kilifi may have been an excited supporter, but from a security perspective, what matters is not who he was. What matters is that he got through. And if he got through, the question Kenyan security agencies are asking is, what else could?